boy, your camera takes really nice pictures. Or all you do is just take photographs. That's pretty easy. Do you ever hear any of those? As a photographer, do you get those? Keep watching. We're going to go over some of this stuff and why people think it's so easy. Hey everybody, I am Joe Albert, Joe Albert Signature Series, J. Albert Studios, a couple different businesses in there. I'm in downtown Canton, Ohio, and I've been doing this full time for about 36 years. And on this channel for the next 12 weeks, I'm going to be doing a different lesson about what it's like being in business as a photographer. So I'm going to try to do it weekly on Tuesdays. I think Tuesdays will probably be a good day. Look at me. I don't even know what I'm doing. But yeah, Tuesday would probably be a good day. Mark that down. When I tell people I'm a photographer, a lot of these people think, well, that's an easy job. This guy goes into a studio, shoots photographs, gets paid for it, and that's pretty much it. You know what? I wish it was that simple. I really wish it was that simple. There's a lot that goes into having a studio. If you do have a physical brick and mortar studio, there's a lot to it that goes into it. You have insurance, you have rent or mortgage, unless you're lucky, you got it all paid off. You have equipment costs. You have equipment upkeep. You have to continually learn, invest money into things that help you grow. Knowledge of how to use a camera, lighting is so much more than just. And unfortunately, a lot of people think that's what photography is. They collect a big paycheck and they're done. It ain't that simple. I don't have a lot of emails, but I do get quite a few emails, and also I'm answering instant messages, text messages. This all starts, when I'm up in the morning. It's already started. I do a lot of work for realtors who are like flying by the seat of their pants. So things sometimes happen in an hour. Like I got to be somewhere in an hour if I can, a couple hours. Same day turnaround. You have another thing. You have your car. You have expenses. You have to drive. If you do what I do, you drive a lot. I put 7,000 miles on my car in 2 months. That's a lot of driving. It's just so much more to business than what people think there is. Then I have to set up, pretty much I usually keep my lighting set up in the studio for the basic photo shoot, but most of the time things aren't basic. You got to move things around, bring different light heads out, different gear out. I have a lot of money wrapped up just in lighting. But that's something that I chose to do. I didn't buy cheap lights. And I know you can, and I know they work fine for most people. God bless you. But it costs money. Even at cheap lights, it still costs money. People don't think about that. And so there's more to it, again, than just going, my sessions range anywhere from, honestly, 10 minutes. And they can go 2 hours. It all depends on what somebody's willing to spend, what the end result is, and the bottom line is we got to make them happy. And it's not always easy. Some people are just extremely nervous. It's almost like, and I don't mean this any bad way to dentists, but it's almost like they say it's like going to the dentist. They don't like that. I said, well, you know what? This is nowhere near like going to a dentist, money-wise or pain-wise. But they just feel in their head that, I don't know if it's my theory is, when I was in school, you had to go in and sit in front of a photographer for class pictures, individual pictures, and whether you look good or not, they never retouched. They didn't do anything back then. They just shot your picture. And most people, and especially women, they hated that picture. And so I think over those 10, 12 years, they associate photography with hating it, going in and getting your picture taken. That's just something that I think has happened, and I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, many times. And then you got, for me anyway, to make sure everything is backed up, whether it's on site, which I do, and then I've been shooting things over to a company called Backblaze, and it's 24 hours in the background. They will continually update my computer, and it's relatively inexpensive. I should say not expensive, but inexpensive. So that's very important. Then I have to go through, I edit myself, so I have to go through and edit all the pictures, deliver the pictures, whether it's via Dropbox, WeTransfer, thumb drive, whatever. So they're looking to get those pictures in relatively quickly. I don't know about you, but everybody that I deal with, myself included, I want things right away. I pay extra for shipping next day air, or I have Amazon Prime. Nobody wants to wait. And when you give them 3, 4, 5, 6 days, they don't want to wait. And they may not come back to you after that. It all depends. It all depends on how specialized you are and what you do, or how big of a hurry they are. But most people usually want it the same day or the next day. Here goes. There's another text message in here. But anyways, that's part of doing what I do. And then you got to do all the fun stuff. If you're a one-man show, you got to pay your bills. You got to set up your accounts. You have to write everything out. I do everything through the bank and automatic payments. But you got to make sure that those are going through, and you got to make sure you have the money in the accounts that you need. And you got to make sure nobody's hacked your account. That's happened to me several times. And thankfully, PNC Bank catches it right away. And then sometimes the charge goes through. I remember getting a call wanting to know if I was in Georgia. I says, no, I kind of wish I was right now. Why? Well, somebody just bought a $1,400 television set with your debit card, and they used your PIN. So not only did they have my debit card number, they had my PIN number. My debit card was sitting right in my wallet. So it's all those things. Those are just little things that happen every day that you got to do every day. Call people back. A lot of people don't call anymore. It's all text messages, or it's Facebook Messenger. Again, they want that paper trail to show, yeah, I did reach out to you on this day. And then I can always say, hey, I did respond to you. Right here's the time. Right here's the thing. Paper trails are great. They're also a pain if you're not on the ball, but they are great because you can't let anybody pull anything over on you. It's just the way it is. I don't know. I mean, it's just one of those things where I just think owning a business it's fun. It is fun. Photography business is fun, but it is hard. It is hard because being a creative person, the creative side doesn't really do the business side. And I don't really do the business side that well. I have to fight myself all the time. So that's another thing, unless you have somebody doing everything for you. I do have a tax preparer. She goes through all my stuff at the end of the year, but do I do it right through the year? No, I don't. And she just looks at me. So, I mean, I'm trying. I am trying. I don't know. It's just one of those things. So you tell me, what do you think about this? What do you think about this video? About do you really give it much thought about being in business? It's great. I mean, it's great to pick up a phone, go out and shoot a picture. Go out and get your camera. Go out and shoot a picture. Then what are you going to do with it? Well, you know what? I feel that if you're doing it right, it should be fun, and it's not easy if you're doing it right, because you have to follow through the steps to be successful in a business. So just owning a camera is just one piece of the puzzle. There's many, many pieces to this puzzle. So next week I'm going to talk about why exposure won't pay the bills. Exposure as in social media exposure. Next week, tune in for the video. Look for it on Tuesday. All right. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.